Near mint condition, the home of collected editions.
That cover's so awesome.
Absolute format is the best way to own this store. Time to empty those wallets and fill those shelves. How's it going, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions, and join me today for my overview of the We3 Deluxe Edition Hardcover. This is the new printing from DC Comics, so let's go ahead and get started. And welcome back, everybody. What we're looking at here is the latest printing of We3. This is the 20th Anniversary Deluxe Edition. Now, this one here is the direct market cover. On the left-hand side is your standard edition cover. Both of them supplied by Frank Quitely, who drew the internal pages of the book, too. Now, this has been printed before in trade paperbacks, it's been printed before in hardcovers, and a deluxe hardcover, which is what we'll do a comparison with. This is the one that was printed in 2011, and again, this is the new printing, well, the direct market. We'd still have the three main characters here, 1, 2, and 3, or rather, Weapon 1, 2, and 3. We do have a blurb in this one over here from Publisher Weekly. Grant Morrison, Frank Quitely. This time, Jamie Grant taking the top billing. Just Frank Quitely and Grant Morrison over here. But one of the biggest differences is, of course, the logo. It's gone from Vertigo, because there is no more Vertigo. Rest in peace. To one of my favorite imprints at DC. And then the DC Black Label. There's also a new forward over here by James Gunn. The spine of the hardcover over here, looking a little bit easier to read. We3, the 20th Anniversary Deluxe Edition, the DC logo down there, and of course the Vertigo logo in the original printing. And then the backs of the books, actually using the same image and some of the same blurbs. The ISBN down here, and both copies retailing for $24.99. Now, one of the biggest differences too is that they are using a glossy paper stock for the new printing. Here, let me show you. So this is the original printing. It's not really matte or flat, but it's got this like slick feel to it. Whereas over here, this is definitely glossy paper stock. Here's your flaps right here. And your flaps over here. Grant Morrison, Frank Quitely, Weapons of the Future. Grant Morrison, Frank Quitely, Jamie Grant, and Todd Klein. So, giving more bio on the creators. Underneath the dust jacket, we do have something different. This time around, it's the We3 logo. This is printed on a glossy finish right here. And over here is the traditional. This is what they would use for what was underneath the dust jacket on Omnis. And it's like embossed We3 Deluxe Edition right there. But over here we do have a pattern, and of course, the dog tag right there. We3, the 20th anniversary. I know some people don't like when they have 20th, 15th, 10th anniversary printed on the book. I actually got used to that, and the DC logo down there, by the way. When I was collecting Blu-rays or DVDs, like, I realized, oh, every 5 years I'm going to get a new edition. The 5th anniversary, the 10th anniversary, the 15th anniversary. From a marketing standpoint, that's kind of genius, right? Like, why would you have a 5th anniversary of something like Edward Scissorhands when you can have the 30th anniversary? But anyway, we are going to open this book up and talk about the stories in here. We'll do some internal comparison, too. It's only 3 issues, so not much to talk about, especially without going deep into spoilers. But I'll give you the premise of the book and show you this beautiful artwork. And then we'll look at the extras and, of course, the comparison. All right. Go ahead and crack it open, and you're going to notice something right away. I bet you will. That's right, my copy, and I think it's just my copy, is printed upside down. So we have, this is supposed to be the back, but this is actually the front. I've seen that happen before. I think it was one of my Superman books. So, you know, mistakes like that happen from time to time. We3, there's their title page. And then you have the credits over here, the 20th anniversary, Grant Morrison, Frank Quitely, Jamie Grant, Todd Klein, and then, of course, the cover art, and We3 created by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. Your forward. So this is something new. This is a forward by James Gunn thanking We3 and the creators for the idea of what he should do with the character of Rocket Raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy, because he was approached by Marvel Comics to do the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and he thought, I don't know if that's for me or not. And I thought that was really cool how he took that approach and, based it on what We3 was. Made him a tortured soul instead of a goofy character. So really, really cool. And now he's, of course, making movies for Warner. So, all right. So this book collects We3 1 through 3, and it retails for $24.99, and it has 152 pages. Now, before I go any further, if you're a huge fan of animals, like love animals, and you can't stomach them being hurt, this is not the book for you. Because the last thing I want is somebody to just see an image through here and be completely upset. But yeah, this is not for you. If you are, if you can't separate fictional stuff, or it reminds you of something, yeah, animals get hurt through here. All right. So the premise of this book, it's very simple. It is about mainly 3 animals. You have 3 pets who were once, they had a home, a rabbit, a dog, and a cat. And they were kidnapped from their home, and is that still pet napped? I don't know what you would call it. And turned into weapons by this secret clandestine group. They gave them cybernetics, they gave them weapons, they gave them enhanced drugs, and gave them the ability to talk. So they send them on missions such as this. They're going after this particular drug dealer or arms dealer. And just look at that. Just getting slaughtered by all these bullets. That's so awesome. So a very violent book. And you get to find out, how this program got started and what happens when the government decides they want to pull the plug on the program because there's not enough funding. They're testing other animals. So Dr. Barry, Roseanne Barry, is the person that's kind of like the animal whisperer, the one that got them to talk and train some of them, and doesn't believe in deleting the program because what they're going to do is put the animals down. So what she does is she frees them and they escape. And that's what this book is about. It's about these particular 3 animals. I think it's Bandit, Pirate, Tingles, I think is the cat's name. Each issue starts off actually with a miss. That is so heartbreaking. That's Bandit, for example. And then when you get to issue 2, this is Tinker. That's his name, not Tingle or whatever. So it is about these animals trying to go back home, and they can talk. They can talk to each other. And then, of course, not knowing that they're hurting other animals or other people. And it is a violent storyline. It is, all about these, I think they're called bioorgs, is what they're called, designed and trained to just destroy and obliterate the enemy. And if they can make it back home to live a peaceful life with their previous owners, or if the government is going to actually be able to put them down. So they send military after them. We've done an old reader, new reader on this. I forgot about that. Love the way that Quietly has these small panels just massacring these soldiers. And this is the book that made me realize, Frank Quietly's a damn good artist. I know a lot of people already know that, right? But I think for me, it was an artist that I wasn't a fan of the JLA2. I wasn't a fan of New X-Men, his art on New X-Men. And this is the one that made me think, oh, man, he's a solid artist. And his panel layouts are so good. So good. So, yeah, that is the story of these 3 animals. So it's Homeward Bound means, weapons of mass destruction. That's it. That's what this is. And if these poor animals can survive. There are a lot of extras in this book. And by the way, you can find out if it has a happy ending or not. Because I did mention that they are not the only animals that are being experimented on. There's character designs here for the different animals. I love the weapon and the armor that they wear, or I guess their suits they wear. I mean, so many sketches through here. And man, that shot right there. Oh, that's so awesome and powerful. Love it. And the way that it was originally laid out with the pencils. Oh, this is the particular different sequences and where the original idea came from. It's the attack sequence. I love the way that he quietly lays out this artwork. You know, he looks at Morrison's script, and Morrison is very detailed in some pages as to how they want a particular story to go, and quietly follows it, and then of course adds his own quietly touch, the cat fight sequence, and then the trade paperback cover art, which is this is the standard edition cover this time around, the 2011 deluxe edition cover art, which is the one I had, the 20th anniversary deluxe edition cover art. So you go from pencils to inks to colors, and then your end sheets. Now, about the binding and build, again, 152 pages. It is glued binding and printed in this paper stock. Actually is pretty glossy. Here, let's actually do a quick comparison to the 2011 deluxe edition printing. Again, mine being upside down. And title page looking a little different there, as well as the credit page. And again, you have a foreword by James Gunn, which is not found in the original book. And here we go. Yeah, interesting that they went from white to black. Wonder what that decision was made. I will say the original printing does have sewn binding, but still, you know, you get a little bit of gutter loss right here, for example. But by the time you get to a spread page like this, it does lay over better than the new printing. Now, the paper stock, honestly, the new printing feels a little bit thicker than the original printing, or the 2011 printing, sorry. There are also a lot more extras than there are in the 2011 printing. And even the look of it feels different than this. So this is all of the extras in the original printing. It's all the new extras over here in the new printing. So over here, you know, you have the cover art and some of the script. Here, let's actually get to these pages. But you get a lot more extras in the new printing. Like, yeah, this just kind of stops right after a little bit of the cat and dog sequence, like this page right here. Cat fight sequence just isn't as laid out as over here. You get a lot more. The logo design, mini series cover design, the trade paperback cover art, and yeah. And then of course the deluxe edition, which this is got it in full splash pages. Over here you have it in thumbnail size. And then, yeah, you don't get that. But that is it. That, well, no, damn it. That, as they say, is that. But mine's upside down, so. If you're interested in purchasing this deluxe edition, don't forget to check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was the content, the page count, and build of this deluxe edition, as well as the comparison to the original printing. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. Everyone, stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.